today's project, or I guess this afternoon, is a little bit more entertaining than usual. So I didn't film it yesterday because I was trying to hurry and get it done, but we got a hole drilled for the power pole that's going to go here. It's basically as deep as that shovel, which is over 5 feet. The power company, and I don't remember if it was the NEC or just the power company, but anyway, they say to bury 5 feet of it. There's a little equation that tells you 5 feet, but it's essentially 5 feet of a 25-foot pole. And if you look up there, we're about in line with the overhead lines, not to mention the really, really low fiber optic, but where I'm standing, and that is about 6 feet over. So in theory, raising that up, we should be fine. And that's what the power company said, is keep it 4 or 5 feet out from under. And I'm pretty sure they were assuming that I'd be mounting at the height of the base of that post, so like their pole, you know. So 25 feet isn't very tall, but I'll show you the entertaining part of today's fun. If you get back up here, one, that fiber optic is, I could probably run into it pretty easily with just the loader on the little red tractor. The power lines at the next level up, I don't know if you can see them in the little screen. Anyway, they're right there. I strapped a 2x6, a 16-foot 2x6 to the forks, not this, the pallet forks, and drove over there and raised it 4 feet off the ground, so how far the post will be sticking out of the ground, and it's not anywhere near those, and by anywhere near I mean it has some clearance. But I've got to get the whole 25 feet in the air, or try to tip it up into the hole, of which I've not completely decided which method I'm gonna do. Pretty pole that, of course, I didn't realize till I got it home, that has a little dog leg on the bottom, but it'll be buried, so try to make the pole level when we compact the gravel in around it, and the dog leg will hopefully have room to hide under the ground. My initial guess or thinking is hay forks have forks to guide the bottom and goalposts to guide the top, so I can put the butt of the post near the hole, start at the other end, and kind of push it up like you would if you were a person, but using the hay forks on the tractor, and kind of keep it all gathered in there. But the catch is, when I get to a 45 or so and it's still not in the hole, I know this thing only goes, I think it was 12 feet in the air, which is not under, or not over, the halfway point on the pole. So in theory it could topple over the forks. If the bottom's in the hole, that clearly won't happen. I just don't know that I like not having complete control over the pole. What we did with the barn is, can't remember if we used the hay forks or the pallet forks. I think we used the pallet forks, because the pallet forks have the top of the pallet before it comes out, that you can kind of strap something to, and that's what I used, like I said, with that 2x6. So I'm debating on whether to try to stand that up somewhere not there and strap it to the pallet forks and then carry it down there, but a little bit worried about carrying it off that. Camera doesn't do it justice, but it's a little leany, twisty. That's my options. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I think I might start the tipping one and see how scary that gets, and go from there. If it will show up on the camera, but I have the other one on time-lapse on the barn, and from up there it doesn't look that bad. From right here it's far more concerning how close the pole is to that. But my little black mark here is 5 feet up, and there's only 3 feet showing or so, so clearly in the hole, and just hoping I'm not caving too much in there. Well, that's going to show the other really awesome part, besides the obvious tractor being covered in mud. Not a whole lot of traction, little tractor isn't sliding, so luckily that's not a concern right yet. Post is officially touching the bottom, or I guess it could be hanging off that chain, but I don't think so. And there's my little 5-foot line, a little bit underground, so that's good. So I think I'll call it up there. And again, I know it's silly, but when you're directly under the lines, they really look close. Anywho, I'll throw up there and undo all that. I'll probably get some scrap boards. Just kind of set in there so it doesn't flop around, because I don't know if I'll get time tonight to pack it with gravel or not. But it's in there so I can throw dirt in it tomorrow, and I still got to go do other chores, so super cool that that's over. And like usual, run back here, and it's not scary looking at all, so that is good, because I still got to climb up the thing and put a anchor for the cable they'll suspend their electric wires off, and a weatherhead and a mast and a meter down there, and I'm hoping to trench tomorrow right there. So quite excited to be done with that. I don't look forward to either leaning a ladder on it, but by the looks of it, a little tractor might be able to just reach me roughly high enough. I don't know. Worst case, I keep thinking I know the loader will reach, but you saw how slimy it was down there, and I don't know if the loader would pass under the fiber optic cable. If it decided to slide somewhere. I don't mind it sliding, I just don't want to tear down the utilities by keeping that. Anyway, we'll see. But blue tractor, I know he doesn't slide around too much, and bucket lifts higher, so worst case, if a ladder's too scary, there's some options, which is nice. So I'll leave the time lapse running, but that's pretty much it for now. Or for tonight, I mean. Oh, I gotta go grab boards. Okay, all done. post in there, fill it with gravel and tamped it down. Figured I had nothing else to do. Got all my other stuff done and finished that off. It's up there. There's my power lines. Anywho, dogs came to see me. I think that is it for the post. Hopefully gonna get a trencher for tomorrow, and that's way closer than I thought, which is awesome. It's like 55 feet to over there, so hopefully the ground's not froze tomorrow afternoon before next week when it isn't gonna get above freezing. I can get a trench done and conduit and wires and finally get this thing started.